The Lost Sheep. There once lived a shepherd who loved his sheep. At first light he would greet them all by name and walk them out to the meadow. He would sit beneath his tree and watch them carefully all day. The lambs would often run about him and play as they listened to him sing his own songs. He would talk to them as though they were his best friends in all the world. He cared for them deeply. If it rained, he would find a meadow with trees for them to lie under. If it was too hot, he would share the shade of his tree. He would watch for wolves, mountain lions, and bears, and bravely run them off with his staff. One afternoon, seeing the clouds roll in, he decided to leave the meadow early to avoid a walk home in the rain. When he got to the barn, he counted his sheep, as he always did.
97, 98, 99, 99.
He counted them again.
97, 98, 99. Nope, definitely one missing,
he said.
"You're late today,"
said his wife. She looked at him and saw his distress.
"What is it? What's happened?"
one of my sheep is missing.
Knowing just how much her husband loved his sheep, she quickly packed up some bread, fruit, milk, and wine, and handed it to her husband with his cloak.
"You be safe out there, yeah?"
she said. The shepherd smiled at his wife, wrapped his cloak about him, and headed off to find his lost sheep. He went back to the meadow and looked about, under the trees, behind the rocks, but no sheep was found. The rain came down heavily, but the shepherd did not stop looking. He walked about in the rain, over the hills, beneath the trees, and stopped only for a quick bite to eat. The shepherd continued calling out to the sheep as he walked, refusing to give up. Many long hours later, the shepherd heard the faint bleating of a sheep. He rushed toward the sound, and there, munching on a small patch of grass, he saw his lost sheep.
What are you doing all the way out here?
He asked the little sheep. Hearing his voice, the sheep bounded towards the shepherd, who picked him up and carried him all the way back home.
"You found him,"
said his wife, as she saw the shepherd walking along the path.
All the neighbours, we're having a feast tonight to celebrate. I found my lost sheep,
he said. A huge feast was prepared, and the shepherd stood and cheered, for his sheep was lost, but now was found, and that was worth a celebration like no other before.